As the chamber looms in the distance, we may be a little over capacity after tonight's Monday Night Raw. We'll talk about that in a second, but welcome to the Raw Review. We're a little over, or just about 2 weeks as of recording this video, to the Elimination Chamber. But yeah, we still got some spots to fill. We still got some still got some matches to make and whatnot. Yeah. So let's talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw. John Cena defeated The Miz to ensure that Miz would be the first man to enter into the Elimination Chamber. I really hope this means that John Cena is number 2, so he legitimately starts in the same place that The Miz is in. Yeah. But probably
That'd
not.
Be hysterical.
That would be hilarious. The Revival defeated the Club in tag team action.
Number 2 will be Braun.
Probably. Ronda Rousey, we found out, is going to be signing her official WWE contract.
Official Raw
contract, according to Kurt Angle, at the Elimination Chamber. And we also had...
inside an Elimination Chamber. 6 contracts will fight for the right to have Ronda Rousey sign them.
Okay. And then we also had Kurt Angle add Seth Rollins to our Fatal 4-Way, our second chance Fatal 4-Way match, making it Kevin Hawk's favorite match, a Fatal 5-Way. Bayley defeated Sasha Banks in her hometown of San Jose. Absolution defeated Alexa Bliss and Mickie James in tag team action.
And they're not hometown of San Jose.
Nope. Elias, he
gave us the Elimination Chamber blues.
The Elimination Chamber blues. He had a nice little concert until it was ruined. No, it was made better by Braun Strowman on stand-up bass.
Which gave Elias an Elimination Chamber bruise.
Oh, you did not just say that.
Yep.
Tell me you did not just say that.
Shut up.
Ugh, boy. Yeah, no, he destroyed the base over the back of Elias Sampson. That was funny. Roman Reigns defeated Sheamus in one-on-one action. Ivory is going to be in the Hall of Fame. And Seth and Finn will share a pod in the Elimination Chamber.
Maybe.
As the result of our Fatal 5-Way second chance ever chancier match for the 6th and 7th spot in the 6th-person Elimination Chamber. Stupid. It's fucking stupid.
No, it just means Seth and Finn will have a match next week.
It's stupid.
They both pinned Bray Wyatt.
It's stupid. Let's talk about what we liked, though. What'd you like?
What did I like?
What did you like?
The Revival.
Of course you like the Revival.
Oh, my God.
How can you not like the Revival?
I love the Revival. I like the Shatter Machine. I still don't quite like the name, the Shatter Machine.
I hated it immediately, but it's grown on me. I think the fact that the Revival has become as good of a duo as they have, I've kind of just forgotten that it's called the Shatter Machine, and every time I say it, it just kind of goes by the wayside, because I'm like, ooh, the Revival won. That's all that really matters to me.
Yeah. No, I just liked that they were on. They won. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you?
I liked Bayley versus Sasha.
That was a really good
I like the fact that they've done a pretty good job over the last couple weeks kind of building the tension for this match. And both ladies went out there and did exactly what these two ladies can do against each other. And that is having stellar matches all the time.
Yeah.
And despite my absolute love for Sasha, I'm glad Bayley won.
Yeah, I'm going to chalk that. I'm going to just skip a step ahead. I'm going to chalk that right under the love column.
All right, that's cool.
Because Bayley has been so inconsistent in the way they've booked her since arriving on the main roster.
Yeah.
That going into the Women's Elimination Chamber, I'm just like, well, Bayley's there to fill a pod.
See, yeah, and here's my thing about this. I know that no one's taking this into consideration because no one's going to talk about this because it was probably the worst moment of the women's Revolution Evolution division thing last year. If Bayley is unable to swing a kendo stick at Alexa Bliss, how the fuck is she supposed to survive the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is that in the Elimination Chamber, you don't need to intentionally be violent. It's just the environment is violent.
But, I mean, she didn't have to use the kendo stick.
No. She wanted to, though.
No, she didn't.
Well, I think she did, but couldn't bring herself to do it.
So in that sense, Bayley is fucked in the Elimination Chamber because if she's not going to stoop to the same lows that the other 5 women are going to, Bayley is fucked. She's the first one eliminated.
Maybe she'll keep herself safe.
It'll probably be Mandy Rose unless her and Sonya are in at the same time. I'm going to say I loved the Elias Braun Strowman situation.
Yeah.
Because Elias, gets better every week. I love his segments. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. He's doing the same thing that Braun was able to do, just on a different level.
Yeah.
They had week after week Braun do the same type of stuff, slightly different, very simple, doing exactly what his character needed to do to get to popularity or relativity, whatever it may be. And Elias has done the same exact thing. He gets better. He plays with the crowd. He fucks with the crowd. The crowd still loves to say WWE stands for Walk with Elias. They still love to cheer when he says who wants to walk with Elias, and it's awesome. And then we had Braun take a fucking left turn into Comedy Hour and sing a song back to Elias with the giant stand-up bass as his guitar, and it was funny,
which he broke.
Yeah, he broke the strings.
He strummed it too hard.
And then he broke Elias, and then he broke the bass on Elias. So yeah, it's one of those things like they took Braun. They took Braun into a segment that could have potentially killed any momentum he had if people shat all over this. Like, he would have been screwed. But people enjoyed what Braun did because it was just they're really booking him babyface at this point.
Yeah. Here's my thing. I really hope this is a one-off.
Yes.
I really hope that Braun
don't do
doesn't
this.
Stick the comedy route, because this is one of the reasons that people stopped taking the Big Show seriously.
Right.
Big Show started doing goofy shit, and then when he either wanted a serious babyface run or try to become a evil villain, nobody could take him seriously.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is Braun used the comedy, but then immediately switched back to his destructive ways, which is what saved it. Big Show didn't do that. Big Show didn't use his funny to be destructive. He just used his funny to get on TV. So, yeah. Don't keep Braun Strowman doing it, but it was funny for this one time because it makes sense because he's feuding with Elias going into Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Is there anything you disliked?
You know what? I want to eliminate my dislike this week for Raw to just add another thing into my stuff I like / love column.
Okay.
Which is hearing that Ivory's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I enjoy that. I don't like Goldberg, but I mean, he is worthy of a Hall of Fame situation. Yeah. So I'm loving the Hall of Fame class.
The class is super strong so far.
The Dudleys are my favorite tag team of all time. So that's awesome. And yeah, Ivory definitely. Ivory being, we talked about it before, or when we started watching Raw, is that Ivory was one of the first of the modern era, like, actual wrestlers in the women's division in WWF / WWE. So yeah, it's nice to see her getting the recognition she deserves.
Yeah. She's one of the few that could actually hold her own in a match in the Attitude Era.
Yeah, because Jackie went in last year, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Jackie and Ivory were the first two real women's wrestlers that I saw when I started watching.
Yeah.
Because when I started watching, Lita and Trish debuted like maybe 6 months to a year after I started watching, and they didn't start out all that strong. They got better over time.
Yeah.
But Jackie and Ivory, you could always guarantee they'd go out there and actually wrestle, as opposed to Sable or Miss Kitty or Terry or any of those women they just go out there and catfight, which was fine for the time, but it was nice to see women wrestle. So yeah, very cool.
Also, I dislike that Roman won.
So you did dislike something?
I didn't say I didn't dislike anything. I was just putting more time towards another thing I like.
Oh, okay.
Spreading more positivity, a la the New Day's way of thinking.
Fair enough. I disliked a couple things.
One of them at least.
I don't dislike it because it's John Cena winning. I more so dislike it because it's The Miz losing. I feel like with the momentum that he's had and the stock that they've been putting in him, I think they could have benefited from Miz getting a beneficial spot in the chamber, or maybe even switching this to where Miz made sure that John Cena was number one and then he ended up being number two, just as kind of like if he had used a shady tactic to win. And that's Kurt Angle's kind of like, well, yeah, you won't be coming in number one, but you're still going to start the match with John Cena. I think that would have worked better for the Miz's character and the story itself, rather than putting John Cena over again, because why?
I have a counter argument about this, because we're getting to the era where we're seeing John wind down a little bit.
Yeah.
And what we need, and it's kind of something that went by the wayside last week, which is why I think they gave him the win this week, is that John kind of seemed like he phoned it in last week and then was beaten by one singular finishing move, albeit by like the guy who they're trying to put over as the most devastating guy on the roster right now.
Yeah.
But how often do you see John put down by one move ever?
That's a good point.
And so John, knowing that he's probably not got a whole ton of time left, is getting ready to potentially, hopefully, pass the torch to somebody. And when you have that moment, John needs to be still a strong entity who's going into that kind of a match, say against Roman Reigns or AJ Styles or whoever's going to be the next John Cena in WWE's eyes. John needs to be a legitimate badass still to make the person who beats him look like the next badass.
Yeah. That's what the entourage is for. John Cena can get
John Cena's going to lose to the entourage.
Nah. I'm just saying John Cena could be outsmarted and lose to 3 people.
Yeah.
But I digress. And then
the ending of the main event.
Yeah. That was dumb.
Yeah, I told you at the beginning of the match what I thought was going to happen.
You setting me up for it doesn't make it any better. It's dumb.
Yeah, it's not a great idea.
There was so much hype for this match, and the match was fucking awesome.
Yeah, the match was great.
And for them to squander such a great match, for them to go, hey, we'll give you Finn versus Seth one more time a week before the pay-per-view is bullshit, because next week we could have just gotten a bunch of, we could have gotten random pairings of the 6 guys, or just a promo and then all 6 of them beating the shit out of each other. That could have been cool. But now we don't know who the 6th person's gonna be yet, even though they already posted it on the WWE website. But
yeah, that's what I'm attributing this whole shtick to, is because people have taken pictures and screenshotted that on the WWE webpage they had the lineup and a little breakdown of, read our article about how we're going to break down who we think is going to win the Elimination Chamber, showing the 5 guys who we already know and Finn Balor.
Yeah.
And I think WWE's trying to throw everybody off the scent again because the thing was only up for legitimately less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Before they caught their mistake.
Here's the thing, though, is that, even giving Seth another potential chance to beat Finn and go to the chamber, people are still going to look at this well, we knew Finn was going to be in it anyway because they posted the thing. You're not going to benefit people are not going to forget your mistake because you gave them one more week to think maybe Seth had a chance. That's not going to happen. You're still going to get people bitching because, oh, we knew Finn was going to be in it anyway. It's not like he's going to win. You're going to get the same complaints. Yeah. So I would have just finished it here and now, immediately put that up, and then find out whatever Seth is going to do for the next month to build toward whatever the hell he's going to do.
I think him and Finn are going to face the bar for the tag titles.
I'm okay with that. Seth going to be an honorary... Is it going to be the Balor Shield?
Sure.
Or the Shield Club? All right.
Then they come down with shields and clubs.
Let's not do that. Yeah. So other than that, I mean, it was a good episode of Raw. Well, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
You said, the match itself was great. The ending not as great as the match, but still, the match was awesome.
Yeah. The match was fantastic. That's why they should have capitalized on how good the match was. But with that being said, thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Click those links down below.
There's all of our social media links.
And there's also links to things such as our podcast.
That's one that says SoundCloud.
And there's also Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
It's Reasonable to W.
Like wrestling. Where we have unboxing videos, we have punishment videos, and we have other videos that are loosely based around wrestling and others not so much.
Potentially more coming up soon.
Yes. Let us know over there and over here what types of videos you'd like to see, because we want to do stuff that you guys are interested in. But for now, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Brother. And as always,
fuck Mojo.